Emilio Aguinaldo is one of the most influential figures in Philippine history, known as the first president of the Philippines and a key leader in the fight for independence. His journey from a young revolutionary to the president of a nation is both inspiring and complicated, reflecting the resilience and determination of the Filipino people in their quest for freedom. Early life and rise to leadership. Born on March the 22nd, 1869, in Cavite, Philippines, Emilio Aguinaldo came from a wealthy family, allowing him to receive a formal education. He became involved in local politics and joined the Katipunan, a secret society that aimed to overthrow Spanish rule. His natural leadership qualities quickly set him apart. By the time he was in his early 20s, Aguinaldo was already emerging as a leader in the resistance movement, the Philippine Revolution against Spain. In 1896, the Katipunan revolted against the Spanish, starting the Philippine Revolution. Aguinaldo rose to prominence after the death of several revolutionary leaders and was eventually named the supreme commander of the Katipunan forces in Cavite. His leadership led to several victories, and by 1897, Aguinaldo had become a symbol of resistance. In December 1897, under pressure from the Spanish, Aguinaldo and other leaders were forced to enter into the Tejeros Agreement, a peace treaty that led to Aguinaldo's temporary exile in Hong Kong. However, his resolve to secure Philippine independence never wavered. Return and proclamation of independence. The Spanish-American War in 1898 opened an opportunity for Aguinaldo to return to the Philippines. He was brought back from exile by the Americans to assist in the fight against Spanish forces. On June 12, 1898, Aguinaldo declared Philippine independence in Cavite, marking the birth of the first Philippine Republic. The declaration was made in front of a crowd, with the Philippine flag raised for the first time, symbolizing the nation's break from Spanish rule. The Philippine-American War. Although the Philippines had gained its independence from Spain, the transition to full sovereignty would prove challenging. Tensions quickly escalated between the newly formed Philippine government and the United States, which had taken control of the Philippines after the Spanish-American War. The Americans, having defeated the Spanish, refused to grant the Philippines independence, leading to the Philippine-American War. The war, which began in 1899, was brutal. Aguinaldo led the Filipino forces against the superior American military. Despite early successes, Aguinaldo's forces were eventually outmatched by the Americans, who had more resources. On March 23, 1901, Aguinaldo was captured in Palanan, Isabela, effectively ending organized resistance against American rule. Exile in later years after his capture, Aguinaldo swore allegiance to the United States. He was allowed to live in peace, and in his later years, he worked toward the independence of the Philippines through peaceful means. Aguinaldo remained active in politics, serving in various positions and advocating for independence. During the 1930s, Aguinaldo, along with other national heroes, worked to ensure that the Philippines would eventually gain independence from the United States. His efforts, along with those of other leaders, culminated in the Philippines gaining independence on July 4, 1946. Legacy. Emilio Aguinaldo's legacy is multifaceted. While his presidency was short-lived, his role in the Philippine Revolution, the Declaration of Independence, and the resistance against American occupation cemented his place in the hearts of Filipinos. Aguinaldo's leadership, courage, and unwavering belief in Filipino self-determination continue to inspire generations.